Hi everybody, happy Friday. It is Meredith and Bree. We are here for you with the 10 TV Weather Impact Show.
Meredith, it's going to be hot this weekend. And
I
we got
know.
90s returning.
I know, and we had a break today from the humidity. I know, but my hair is finally feeling a lot better.
I know. It won't last long though, that's the thing.
Hairspray will last longer.
That's true. Gotta fill up on that one.
I know, and hopefully you've been able to deal with some of the heat we've been having recently. Just in case you don't know, I mean, fall is just over a month away. So if you're really looking for the cooler weather, it's almost here, I guess.
Countdown is on.
It is. But I can tell you, our weather headlines, the impact as we head into your weekend is going to be the return of a string of 90s, and that's going to include the humidity as well. You can see our seasonal countdown just shows. Remember, I was talking about that, so I figured I would show it to you just to give you an idea. So we're 17 days away from Labor Day, which if you are planning your next long weekend, there you go. Fall actually begins in about 38 days. And then for Halloween, well, maybe there's some Halloweeners out there that are looking forward to that. I can tell you, 77 days. And then we won't even get to Christmas and Thanksgiving. You just got to get through the next couple of days. But in the rest of the day today, you can see those temperatures will hold pretty steady in the upper 80s to low 90s for us. And we will have a nice mix of sun and clouds. But if you are hoping to golf later today, maybe after work, I can tell you, I'm giving you a go for golf today and for tomorrow. Now, Sunday's going to be a little bit different. Now, we might be able to play later in the day, but as we start off the day, all eyes are going to be on chances for scattered showers and storms. And of course, the grilling forecast going into the rest of the day, though, it is going to be hot. So just make sure you're keeping yourself cool if you're going to be outdoors for longer periods of time. But the real heat's going to build in as we go into your weekend. So let's go through the hour-by-hour forecast. And you can see when we get to about 12:30, we had some stray showers out there. But for the rest of the afternoon, if we do have any pop-up showers or storms, they're very minimal. And we are going to continue to see that threat through about early evening, and then things will quiet down. You can see Saturday's forecast going to be much quieter. And then as we go into Saturday afternoon and early evening, we may see another pop-up stray shower or storm. Now, as we go into Sunday, Saturday night into Sunday, that's when we're looking right now, that overnight period, to see those scattered showers and storms. Could have heavy downpours, maybe some gusty winds with the stronger storms, and dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. So you might get woken up in the middle of the night. That's the current timing. Of course, things could change, and if this goes a little bit later when it starts, we might see this go into your Sunday morning. So definitely want to keep checking back with the 10 Weather Impact team. Michael and Aaron will be here for you all weekend to keep a close eye on things. And then as we go into the rest of the day on Sunday, it actually looks to shape up a lot nicer. But as far as that 7-day forecast goes, as I was mentioning, it is going to be into the low 90s this afternoon. And then that continues for a Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. But thankfully, all good things must come to an end. And so as we go into next week, we're going to see some much cooler weather in the forecast. But we're also going to see that humidity start to go back down. But it's going up. Bree, it's going up. We're not out of the woods just yet.
I mean, it's the weekend. Of course, we have a lot of things to do. I would definitely take advantage of some, I don't know, pool days we were mentioning. You know, just being careful just really when you're outside, because that humidity, especially here, just really just makes things a lot worse out there.
Right, and heat exhaustion, heat stroke, all those heat-related illnesses become more likely. And just remember, if you're not sweating, that's not a good sign, or your kids, that means you're dehydrated. So just lots of water.
Lots and lots of water.
Well, we want to get to some of the top weather headlines, and we do have continuing coverage on the flooding that actually hit central Ohio recently. And we've got the latest for you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. A little over 2 weeks ago, parts of Fairfield County were covered by flash flooding. That's destroyed businesses and even homes. Now, this afternoon, 10 Investigates reporter Rochelle Allen introduces us to one family who says full recovery is still far out of reach.
Despite the time that has passed, this family is still working to dry out after that flash flooding. These are pieces they're hoping to salvage, but they also tell us, though that may look bad, the real damage is down those steps.
A peek into Craig Bingham's basement used to be a walk down memory lane.
Decorations from when I was a small child, Christmas decorations that my mom had given me.
But these days, it's a damp, molded, and mildewed.
Just worst nightmare scenario.
The culprit? This flash flooding in late July.
Good 3.5, 4 feet of water, just completely unexpected.
He tells 10 Investigates the recovery has been slow and painful as they catalog what can and can't be saved.
Things that my wife held on to that were hers as a child, or, you know, her mom's, and it's just things you can't replace.
Bigham estimates the damage is in the tens of thousands, and as he waits to see what insurance will cover to help them recover, he says the hits keep coming.
And on top of that, you're dealing with an issue with the well, right?
The first day after the rains, the water was like brown and just didn't smell right. So my wife contacted the Fairfield County Health Department. They came out, tested our water. Our water came back positive for E. coli. Just can't do anything until we've cleaned the well, shocked the well, and make it safe drinking water again.
And whose responsibility is that to do that?
Right now it's going to be mine.
Earlier this week, the governor actually authorized disaster relief for this area. To learn more about that program and who qualifies, you can head to our website, 10tv.com. In Lancaster, Rochelle Aline, 10TV News.
Also to hear that wildfires are continuing to strike many spots in the U.S., with many of them tearing into Western California. The Gifford fire has now been burning for 14 straight days, 2 weeks there northwest of Los Angeles. Now crews are literally continuing a burning operation that started earlier in the week, and they're hoping an upcoming weekend forecast of cooler temperatures and higher humidities can help them get an upper hand on the blaze.
It's a repeat is what we've been saying for the last several days. We got helicopters, we got hand crews, we got engine companies, we got drones, we got it all on this fire.
Now, the Gifford fire has burned at least 204 square miles, and meanwhile in Los Angeles County, firefighters are working to control another fast-moving wildfire. Now that actually broke out within the last 24 hours.
And the Gifford fire, by the way, is now considered a mega fire, larger than 100,000 acres. It's a huge challenge for woodland firefighters at a time when their skills are needed more than ever. National environmental correspondent David Schechter checked out a program that's training the next generation.
I'm going to work. I love you, Ma.
Until his senior year of high school, 17-year-old Junior Rafe didn't really know what he wanted to do with his life. But now that the recent graduate finally does know, he can't wait to get his day started and train to fight forest fires. Rafe is part of Burns, Oregon's first ever small class of wildland firefighting interns.
What are we preventing here?
So what we're doing is fuel reduction. So let's say a spark did spark up maybe right here, it wouldn't run up this hill and burn down all of these houses here.
As climate change drives more destructive fires, there are fewer people than ever to fight them. This year, the Trump administration fired or gave early retirement to at least 5,000 U.S. Forest Service employees. In Oregon, they're asking, where will the next generation of firefighters come from?
What we're trying to do is build a pipeline.
Aaron Johnston runs the internship program and says there are plenty of job opportunities for firefighters, but there's not enough interest.
What's the root problem there with the youth and...
With the youth?
Yeah.
We're not seeing the youth join this industry, right? What we're seeing is a lot of our senior staff, eventually a lot of these folks are going to retire. And the reality is we need youth.
Rafe first began considering a career in firefighting after a nearly 150,000-acre fire obliterated one of his family's favorite campsites. And then, when he took a wildland firefighting class in high school, it all just kind of clicked.
So you think it's just the exposure that people got?
I think that's what it is. I definitely don't think anyone thought they were going to graduate high school and fight fire for the rest of their life, but I have quite a bit of friends that's their goal. My goal is to become a smoke jumper because I got something for adrenaline. I want to jump out of planes into fire and then fight them.
In Washington, D.C., Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley has introduced legislation to rebuild the fire service, creating training and hiring opportunities for 300 teens and young adults every year.
So you have this longer season, drier forest. It's scary as hell, but we have to do everything we can. So programs like this are going to help.
What do you want to be a part of?
I want to be a part of saving forests and preventing the fires.
For Rafe, the harder he works, the more he sees he can build his own future, help rebuild the thinning ranks of wildland firefighters, and help protect the places that he loves.
David Schechter, CBS News.
In Burns, Oregon.
Some environment news. We do have a new report that's revealing planet Earth is in trouble. We hit record numbers in several categories, and not in a good way. The International State of the Climate report that came out it had some interesting things in it, so we want to share the latest with you of why things are looking pretty grim.
The report from the American Meteorological Society shows ocean heat and global sea level hit new records last year.
Oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth, so a lot of what's happening right now is sort of hidden, it's sort of masked in the oceans.
There was a record global average of 100 marine heat wave days in 2024 and a new record low of 9 marine cold spell days. And the records now extend to the annual global temperature, now the hottest since modern record keeping began almost 2 centuries ago.
If you talk about a change of a decimal of a degree, that doesn't sound like a lot. But when you go back the last several decades and look at it all together, that adds up to multiple degrees. And if your body temperature goes up over decades, multiple degrees, it's not a sign of something healthy.
Temperatures around the world hit new highs, as did greenhouse gas concentrations. And the problems extend to glaciers, which the report shows are melting across the planet.
Things are being undone at an extremely rapid rate.
Last year, 27 separate disasters in the U.S. cost $1 billion or more in damages. 2024 also saw unprecedented extreme rainfall, and it was the 3rd wettest year since 1983 when record keeping began. David Schechter, CBS News, Dallas.
Some interesting stuff there. And finally today, let's check out some video here to us here at 10 TV.
All right, check this out. Officer Lucas Burr was first on the scene earlier this week when people called saying that a calf somehow escaped. What happened near Walnut Street and Bevelheimer Road, and it took less than 5 minutes to get it back to its mama.
Good.
So they're still not sure how the calf got out, but all in a day's work for New Albany PD. Also, shout out to Officer Jared Pack, who climbed over that fence and helped get the calf back home. Yay.
Oh, love to hear that. Got to go back to mama, right?
I know.
Escape there.
Positive.
I know, right? And hey, finally today, a commercial clam fisherman captured drone footage of what appeared to be a large great white shark just swimming off the coast of Scarborough, Maine on Monday. Local police issued a warning to beachgoers after the 10 to 12-foot shark was spotted nearby. You can see it right there.
Like Jaws.
Pretty wild to see a shark just overall, but that far north as well. Sharks are not my thing. I know a lot of people can agree with me there. Yeah, that's terrifying.
I'll tell you, we're going to need a bigger boat.
She continues with these jokes today. It is Friday after all. We're feeling really good.
It is Friday, and you know, who doesn't love Jaws? It's a classic movie.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
you know, in reality, that's not something we'd ever want to see.
No.
But, you know, you just see scenes like that and you think of dun-dun.
Cue the music in the head.
You can tell it's been a long week, but we just want to make it interesting for you.
Yeah.
And so you have something to enjoy to watch here on 10 TV Plus.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks, Bree. And thank you all for watching us and joining us. That's your weather update here on 10 TV Plus. Tonight, we do have meteorologist Michael Barron's in for Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz. But until then, know you can always catch more news, weather, traffic, everything you need online at 10tv.com. Have a great weekend.